Hello, everyone. Happy International Women's Day and welcome to Flossy Ladies with Zyrus. My name is Elaine Bylis. Thank you so much for being here today. The purpose of Flossy Ladies is to interview different women in dentistry of different ages and different specialties. We're going to hear their stories, hear their challenges, and see how they overcame them. Now, my guest for today is the boss of Floss herself, Dr. Anna Vasquez. Now, just a little now, really quickly, just a little bit of background on Dr. Anna. So she attended dental school in Puerto Rico, where women comprise only 1/4 of her graduating class. She now owns Fisher's Pediatric Dentistry in Indiana, where she has over 60 employees working under her, and almost all of them, except for one, are women. Dr. Anna, thank you so much for being here today. We are so excited to have you. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. First of all, Cyrus could not pick any other person like you. I love this woman, her energy. I am so proud and I'm so happy, selfishness, of being here with you. So let's rock this.
Wow. So, okay, I want to jump right in today. So the very first question on this very first episode of Flossy Ladies, my question for you is, what is your story? So where did you start? What made you choose dentistry? And more specifically, what made you choose pediatric dentistry? And how did you end up owning your practice that you own today? So take it from the top. Here we go.
Holy my lowly, that's a long question. Well, like you said, I'm from Puerto Rico originally, and my father was a physician. Growing up, I was blessed that my father didn't have what at that moment it was the mentality of a lot of people that a woman is either to stay home, be a nurse, or be a teacher. And so I think I told you the story, the very selfish story, why I became a dentist. When I was 10 years old, I broke a front tooth and I had to go to the dentist, who was happened to be one of my dad's best friend. So I loved the office. The office was so clean and so organized. And I was like, oh, I like this. But the most important part is that they had a pool. At that time, not everybody had a pool. We didn't have a pool. And not only that, in every birthday, my dad had emergencies. He had to go to the hospital. This guy was always home. So I was like, I want to do something in health, but I want to have a life. So I wish I could tell you that I became a dentist because I wanted to save the world one smile at a time, but that came later.
Right. Okay, now more specifically, so what made you choose pediatric dentistry? And then how did you end up owning your practice? So was that something that you always knew that you wanted to do? Or is that something that just kind of evolved over time? Or how did that all come about?
Definitely evolved. When I started dentistry, I knew I wanted to be a pediatric dentist because I love kids. I mean, it was just kids is something that even through my adolescent years, I was meant to be a mother. I was meant to work with kids. So as soon as I found out that yes, there is a specialty just in kids, I'm like, that's what I want to be. And at that time, the book that we were using in Puerto Rico for pediatric dentistry was written by McDonald and Avery, and they are from Indiana University. So of course, I wanted to go to the best. So I came to Indiana University to do my residency program. And after that, it evolved. I worked, I was teaching at the dental school, then I worked in a hospital environment. And that entrepreneur on me was in the back of my head. You can do other things. And I'm a little bit hyper. So just having to follow rules wasn't my expertise. So that's when I said, no, I need to have private practice, and I wanted to have a family too. And that's one of the positive things about dentistry, that you can do everything.
Amazing. Okay, now when we spoke before, so you mentioned that maybe there were some naysayers who told you that maybe dentistry is not the path for you and maybe you should pursue other types of careers. So kind of tell me more about what they were saying and then how you overcame that. So how you knew to follow your path and to not listen to those people who told you, who maybe were even older than you, who maybe seemed wiser, but were telling you not to follow your dreams. So what was your inspiration and what
You
made
took notes when we talked. It was just me babbling. So yes, as a matter of fact, my major in college was biology, but my minor was in math. And the director of the math department at the university was a female, and she actually personally called my dad and told my dad, hey, your daughter, she's really good in math, and she has this crazy idea that she wants to be a dentist. A woman should not be a dentist. She would be an awesome professor. And and even though obviously I love math, but I wanted to be a dentist. And my dad was very polite. However, when I got home, my dad said, hey, you do whatever you want to do. I'll support you all the way. So I was blessed that my dad could see beyond what everybody was saying. I mean, like I told you, only 25% of my class were females, and not that many females at that time own practices. They work for somebody. So even at that time, which I mean, it wasn't like when Christopher Columbus came to America, it wasn't that long ago. But even at that time, I don't think that we as females, we could see that far. We could see like, hey, we can do whatever we want to do.
Amazing. Okay, now what kind of skills did you use to build your business? So for, some of the younger females who are dentists but maybe not yet entrepreneurs, so what kind of skills do you feel are the most important to be owning a practice and to be in charge of so many employees?
Really good question. Believe it or not, there's a set of skills that you will develop as you make mistakes. I was blessed that I was able to do an MBA at Northwestern University later on. But I have to be honest with you, that was awesome. That preparation was great to allow me to look back. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Oh, I see. But there were so many mistakes that I made that taught me, okay, what's good, what's bad. I think there's an entrepreneur on all of us. Sometimes we forget that even as dentists, we are business owners. So I know that everybody gets like all upset when I say you are a salesperson. And I'm proud to be a salesperson, and I want to be the best salesperson there is. What do I sell? Well, number one, I sell my services, but I'm selling myself also. In all of us, I mean, if we're not, then why are we doing what we're doing? I mean, how are we going to convince our patients, you know what, I know you want just a feeling, but the best treatment is actually a crown, or the best treatment is the veneer. So we have to understand that we gotta be salespeople to do what we do. We're selling prevention. We're selling health.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely correct. Now, can you think of any maybe mistakes that you made that someone my age should try and avoid? It's just something that.
Honey, how long do you have? I have made everything. One of the probably, and I did not make this mistake. However, I have seen a lot of females and another dentists in general making this mistake, is that they don't listen to older people. And they don't listen to other people in other businesses. Like I said, we are in business. We're in the business of dentistry. I have to tell you that the best conversations and probably the best schooling that I had before I did my MBA was talking to people in banking, talking to people in retail, because believe it or not, they have other problems, and some of the problems that the roots of the problems are exactly the same as the ones that we have. So some people don't think that they're in business, that they're salespeople, so they don't listen to other people. And they don't listen to even other dentists that they're older, because they think, oh, maybe it's just that they don't want to help me. Just listen to them. You're going to learn two things. You're going to learn either A, how to do things, or B, how not to do things.
Yes.
And, you're always going to learn.
That is incredible advice. And I take that every day because I'm speaking with you and you're just this amazing and successful businesswoman. I work with my father who gives me advice. And sometimes in my head, I'm like, should I listen? He is correct 100% of the time. It is unbelievable. It's like he knows things. And same thing with you. It's so incredible.
Sometimes I even tell my daughters, it's not because I know everything, because I don't. It's just because I have lived a little bit longer than you, and I have made some mistakes that I just don't want you to make them.
Nope, my parents are always correct. Sometimes I think I know better, and I always come back and I'm like, you know what? You guys are right. 10 out of 10 times. No, you're absolutely correct on that. Now, my next question for you. So you have two absolutely beautiful daughters, actually pretty close in age to me.
Yeah, they're in between you, aren't they? I have one older and one younger.
So tell me how it's been. You know, you've been running your business. You've been a successful businesswoman, an amazing dentist. How have you been able to balance raising your two beautiful daughters and also being a successful businesswoman? What is your secret?
Elaine, I wish I could tell you that there is a secret, but it's funny. This past weekend, and you know what? I know that we're gonna be back and forth. That's all woman. We start talking about one thing, we go other place. But this past weekend, I was with my older daughter in New York City, and we had some time, just the two of us, to talk. And knowing that today was the International Women's Day, we were talking, and I'm very proud of my daughters. Obviously, I have two gorgeous, very talented daughters, which at a moment I thought I was going to kill them when they were teenagers, but I didn't. But now they listen to me. It's like you when you're parents. So one of my daughters was asking me, okay, Mom, how can I do? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? So knowing that I was going to talk to you today, I said, okay, I'm going to give you three pieces of advice. That's all I got. So number one, and probably the most important, is be proud of being a woman. And I'm going to go a little bit further. Be proud of being a woman in the United States. Be proud of having the privilege of growing in this country. If you think about it, if we think about all the sacrifices that other women have done, have gone through for us to be where we are, I mean, it's incredible, incredible. I mean, when you travel international and you see, even though from years ago they're still in a very high, on a higher position that they were, we are definitely privileged of living in the United States. So that's number one. Number two, be proud of your femininity. I mean, I'm proud of being a woman. I'm proud of being who I am. I'm proud of being a mother. I'm proud of being a daughter. I'm proud of being a sister. I'm proud of being a partner. So you just have to be proud of being a woman. Number two, and probably it's important because of what we have dealt with in the past, be proud of your accomplishments. We are not where we are because somebody just touched us with the magic wand. As much as I like Cinderella, Cinderella doesn't happen in real life. So be proud of your accomplishments. Be proud of, like, I'm proud of owning a large practice. I'm proud of all the mistakes I made, but I'm proud of where I am. Be proud of being smart. Absolutely. Why not? None of the dentists that are going to be watching this are where they are because they're dumb. Be proud. Be proud for having competition. If
Yeah.
you were good, you would not have competition. And I tell you what I feel about competition. Competition is the best thing that could happen to us. Embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
Two things, two reasons. Number one, if your competition is bad, you're going to get other patients.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, which hopefully this is the reason, if your competition is good, you're not only going to learn from them, you're gonna ask them, you're gonna refer to them, you're gonna be like, hey, what would you do in this case? So embrace competition. And number three, which is important today in today's age, is support other women.
Yes.
Support other women in any profession. Number one, support other female dentists. I am proud of having a female partner in my office. We have actually our associates are female, not because we don't like guys, it's just because. But be supportive of other women. Like sometimes we uh, we allow people to complain and to say bad things about other women. Stop it. We have that authority. We can say no, no, you have to respect her because she deserves respect because she is a lady. I don't know if you watched the Meghan Markle interview last night, but I was so proud of her. I'm so proud of her speaking. And obviously, I mean, I'm not a royalty. I'm just a simple Puerto Rican trying to make a living. But I'm just proud of her standing up for her family, for her kids. And obviously, I'm extremely proud of her husband for standing by her. But we have to do that. We have to do that. And I'm not in politics by no means, but there's sometimes that when we have somebody that it's in the other side of our political views, and that we're criticizing things because they're women and they're this, and we use the B word. Whoa, whoa, stop that. No, no. She's a woman. She's a woman like I am. And she's a strong woman. And we want strong women in this world. So
Yeah.
those were the three things that I told my daughter. I said, you know what? Be proud of being a woman, especially be proud of being a woman in the United States. Number two, be proud of your accomplishments. And number three, help other women and support other women.
Wow.
And I should say number four, listen to your mother.
Yes. Yes. Always listen to your mother. I've learned that the hard way many, many times. Mommy is always correct.
Absolutely.
Wow. Dr. Anna, you are an inspiration. I love your message of being proud of being a woman, supporting your ladies, especially your flossy ladies.
Your flossy ladies all the time. We're gonna floss together, girl.
Yeah.
Floss together.
I'm already there. Now, in closing, so I was hoping that we could summarize your message. So say there was a young female dentist who really looks up to you and wants to kind of emulate your life cycle. So wants to own a practice, wants to be a floss boss just like you. What would the top piece of advice be for a woman like that, a new dentist who's looking to emulate your style? What would it be?
Number one, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Be proud of you. And just, you know what? If you make mistakes, just get up, clean yourself up, and move on. We're all going to make mistakes. But you got to be proud of who you are. And believe. I mean, even if nobody else believes in you, you have to believe in you. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, let's go. You got this.
Wow. Dr. Anna, you are an absolute inspiration. Thank you so much for being here today. For those of you watching, if you enjoyed this, please like, please share. If you have any questions for Dr. Anna or any questions for myself, please leave a comment. We would be so happy to get back to you. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Happy International Women's Day. Have an amazing
Ladies rock.
Yes, Flossy ladies in the house. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.